gonna kick its butt.
Welcome to Casual Academy MMA, your deep dive into MMA history, fight by fight. Let's get it all!
Tonight, we went down to the Bayou for UFC 16. If you joined us last time for UFC Japan, a very dull event in which Randy Couture defeated Maurice Smith for the heavyweight championship. This card is stacked, dude, because we got the return of Frank Shamrock. We got the return of Kimo. We had Pat Miletech in a couple fights in the lightweight tournament. We also had Jerry Bohlander and Kevin Jackson. So the card in terms of like this early UFC was kind of stacked, so to speak.
So the first fight, we have Mike Burnett versus Eugenio Tadeau, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. And Mike Burnett ends up winning this via TKO around the 9-minute mark. He just had the pressure on Eugenio. He had the top control. And I just feel like he was better all around.
Yeah. Little brawling in this fight. The guys, like, there was, I think the days of like whoever gets the first takedown wins is over, because this went back and forth for a little bit. There was basically 2 minutes of like absolute banging on the feet, followed by a Mikey Burnett takedown, and then nothing for 6.5 minutes. And then the last like 45 seconds was a slugfest on the feet, and Mikey Burnett got a kind of early stoppage TKO standing up, but nothing to write home about. Fight number 2 was Towsend Saunders, a high-level wrestler Rogan seemed to be talking about, versus Pat Miletech, which I know personally I've heard Miletech's name more as a coach, but I've heard Miletech's name since I started watching the sport.
Same here. Yeah.
So, yeah, that fight, Jesus.
I mean, not really much to say about this fight. I feel like Saunders did better everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they gave the fight to Miletech, which I truly don't understand. It was a split decision.
Yeah.
One judge was watching the fight. The other two were fucking off and just had money on Miletech or
Had to
something.
have.
Because it is crazy that this was, 1, a split decision, and 2, a split decision for the wrong guy.
If I had to guess, there was some tampering with the scorecards, because Pat Miletech seems like some kind of an important name, or maybe he had links or knew someone, because he basically got controlled for 15 minutes?
Literally. Yeah.
And then won the fight.
Yeah.
Maybe he was busier off his back. I don't know, but it was...
Yeah, I don't remember him doing much other than being controlled.
Fight number 3 was the middleweight super fight between Kevin Jackson, two-time Olympic, I believe, gold medal wrestling champion, versus good old Jerry Bohlander.
So last time we saw Kevin Jackson, he got submitted in quick fashion by Frank Shamrock.
About 13 seconds.
Yeah. And we were like, all right, I hope Kevin Jackson's working on his armbar defense.
Because before that, he looked good.
Yeah, he did. And, he did well in this fight until he got caught with the third armbar.
Yeah. And it's funny because this armbar wasn't like a sneak attack. It was like Jerry Bohlander was working on it for 13 minutes. And when he pulled it, Kevin Jackson seemed surprised. It's like, dude, he was baiting this thing for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But dude, again, you cannot, no matter how good you are, Olympic fucking level. It's not like Jerry Bohlander's any kind of supreme athlete. I mean, he's getting arm bars. He's getting white belt, simple fucking arm bars on these dudes. So not so much that the fight is historical, but that kind of outcome is relevant moving forward.
Fight number 3, we have Chris Brennan, who's stepping up for Mike Burnett because he couldn't continue due to a broken finger or something like that.
Yeah.
Versus Pat Miletech. This is the second time these guys are fighting. The first time, 30-minute split decision.
Not in the UFC.
Not in the UFC. Thank God this didn't go 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It was pretty goddamn boring.
Yeah, really boring. Miletech was staying on the outside, using his Muay Thai kicks, circling. Homeboy takes Miletech down. Miletech sweeps, gets on top. This was our third time watching it, so we fast forwarded a little bit. And then Miletech they moved around the ring. Miletech got him up against the cage. Guys don't know how to use the cage yet.
Mm-hmm.
to stand up. So he gets pressed into the cage and basically a forearm choke to the jugular, tapped him out, and it was game over.
Yeah. So Pat Miletech wins the lightweight tournament.
Fight number 4 was kind of badass. It was Kimo Leopoldo versus Kosaka, who was, dude, just a game motherfucker.
This was a fun fight.
This was fun.
This was a pretty fun fight. At first, it looked like Kosaka had nothing for Kimo.
Yeah.
I mean, Kimo was just more aggressive,
Blasting
more
doubles,
strong.
yeah.
Immediately, like within 8 seconds of the fight, Kimo's already shooting him, getting him to the ground.
Yep.
And I'm like, damn, bro, you got overpowered like that quick.
Yep.
But I couldn't really tell if Kosaka was trying to set anything up on the ground or just stay safe, and Kimo gassed himself out.
Well, Kimo got that, like, they rolled when Kimo got like a foot lock. They rolled for like a whole minute.
They did. Yeah. Kimo caught him in an ankle lock, I believe. And then Kosaka just rolled with it from one end of the octagon to the fence until he had no more room to roll and escaped.
And then it just kind of was just scrambling back and forth because this Kosaka had a lot of heart, kept trying to get up. He went for his own takedowns, which never worked because Kimo would get like guillotines and take him down. So they were not like useful takedown attempts. A couple leg locks back and forth. Next thing you know, they're standing because Kosaka stands it up. And Kimo was gassed.
Yeah.
Kimo's throwing just telegraphed winging punches. Kosaka stepping back and blasting him with 1-2 counters. And in all fairness, Kimo took it, but he was, I think, you ever notice this thing where guys' chins seem to get better when they're really, really, really tired? It's almost like they're so tired they forget to get knocked out because he was just taking a beating.
Kimo looked so tired that I thought he was wobbly, but you were just like, no, he's just that tired where he can't like move his arms properly.
Yeah.
Couldn't defend nothing. I mean, Kosaka was just landing on him clean. Kimo wasn't doing shit about it.
Yeah.
He wasn't even putting his hands up, just eating 3-punch combinations to the face, leg kicks, whatever.
Yeah.
Survives regular time somehow.
Yep.
They go to OT and Kosaka couldn't finish Kimo, but
Kimo blasted across the ring and took him down.
Oh yeah, his last burst,
and then it's just getting his ass beat from the top.
Yeah,
and then homeboy sweeps. Fucking boring little decision. Kosaka wins. Not boring at all.
Not boring. Fight. It was a fun fight. It was
with moments of boring.
Tale of two halves, and Kosaka just like really took over.
And Tank was on the fucking mic going, "The Japanese are tough. Kimo's not doing shit," talking shit. Fight number 5.
This is the one right here.
This was dope, dude. So Frank Shamrock defeats Igor Zinoviev.
Gonna kick its butt.
By the first ever slam KO.
Yeah.
14 seconds. Or wait, 22 seconds.
22 seconds.
Okay, so let's give Frank even more credit. Frank was circling away from the power, throwing crazy hard leg kicks.
It looked like Frank Shamrock stepped into a time machine and went back in time. Like he looked like he was 10 years ahead of anyone we've ever seen.
Still not today's level.
No.
But definitely
levels,
like a hard leg kicker, going for things that just like
distance management. He looked incredible.
I love this fight.
Frank Shamrock shoots himself up to maybe number 1 pound for pound.
Okay, well then let's jump straight to pound for pound. What's the pound for pound conversation? Who's number 1?
It's either him or Randy. And the fact that he won these in such devastating fashion, but then I don't know if Randy fought better competition. That's where it's like 1A, 1B for me.
We'll see competition. I would agree with that. Also, my issue is that Frank Shamrock has fought under 45 seconds total.
Yep.
We don't know what he looks like in long, hard fights. We don't know what his cardio is like. I suspect it's really good. Now that the UFC had that quick pride competition, they went to Japan. They're now bringing in more Japanese fighters. I think this is a turning point. I don't think it will ever be the same again. I think guys are just a lot better. Well, guys, this has been our preview of UFC 16. Remember, we are Casual Academy, the only fight history podcast that reviews fights from day one in historical chronological order, and most importantly, fight by fight. Quick, I'm just going to say, I think Randy at this point, if those two fought, I think Randy beats his ass.
Probably.
So.
Probably. Yeah.
All right. Catch you guys next time.
Peace.